today we're going to make a meatloaf. This is the way I do it. I'm starting with a 1-pound block of hamburger, ground beef. I generally buy the cheaper cut of beef. I like a little bit of fat in mine, simply because the fat does add flavor to it. Lean beef, it's fine, but in my opinion, it's not as flavorful as the 27 cut of hamburger. But you can use whatever you choose. Okay, now you'll notice I'm kind of breaking up the hamburger in here. Okay, this is where we get in the fun part. You get your hands all gooey. I'm going to drop in approximately a 1/4 cup of bell pepper that I've cut up, and I don't really dice it. I cut it up into larger pieces. I kind of like the larger pieces. And the same thing with my onions in meatloaf. I like it to be a little bit larger pieces. I'm also going to add 1 package of onion soup mix. Just dry onion soup mix that will go into my meatloaf mix. 1 egg. Just a regular large egg. And now we're going to take some ketchup. Let me wipe my hands because I don't want the bottle to slip. And we're going to put some ketchup in with it. Now I've got here, about 1/3 of a bottle. I probably won't use that much. I'll probably only use about maybe half of that. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And now you get to go in and mix it all together. I'm not done yet. I've still got more to add. But I want to get this mixed up before I start adding my crackers. The crackers are going to extend your meat, and it doesn't take but just a couple minutes, and you probably can see that it's already pretty well mixed. Now I'm going to tear open my crackers, so I'll be back in just a moment. I've got to wash my hands before I do that. Okay, I have here a package of saltine crackers. Some people like to use salt-free crackers. It's still a soda cracker. If you choose to use the salt-free, that's your choice. It will still work. And I take these and crush them up into small bits. And I may use as much as a half of a package. This is about 1/3. If it doesn't seem like enough, I may go back and add some more. But I think 1/3 of a package is going to be just about right for me. We'll see after I get this mixed in. I may have to wash my hands again because you sometimes have to do that. And you get down in here and you mix it all around and you squish it all between your fingers, okay, to make sure that everything gets mixed together real good. Okay, you don't want anything in one place. You kind of want it all spread out through the entire meatloaf. Okay, that looks pretty good, and I think that's enough crackers. I'm reasonably happy with what it looks and feels like. You have to judge a little bit of this by feel. I can tell there's plenty of everything in this. And I'm still going to be adding some tomato sauce to it. But for now, what I'm doing is I'm kind of trying to squish it together so that it forms into a log. now that I have the crackers and onions and bell peppers in it, it doesn't seem to want to form quite so well and hold itself together. But as it cooks, it will. Okay, so what I've got here now is pretty much a log. I'm going to take my pan. Now this is a reasonably small, what you would call a loaf pan. And this amount is going to pretty much fill this loaf pan and allow me just about enough room for tomato sauce. Now, you notice as I put this into the pan, I leave it kind of rolled up into a log. Okay? Now, I'm doing that because I'm going to put tomato sauce around it, and after I get it done, I will push this down and flatten it out a little bit so it comes up to the sides. And then I will put some more tomato sauce over the top of it. Stand by, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my tomato sauce open. It's just regular tomato sauce. Nothing special about it. Tomato sauce. You could use spaghetti sauce if you chose. It will all work. And you see how I'm pouring it down around it. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push this down and kind of level it off just below the surface of the pan so that it pretty well touches the sides. You're going to get your fingers down into the tomato sauce to do this. It helps to turn your pan a little bit. And I like to leave mine kind of humped up in the middle a little bit. That way the tomato sauce runs towards the side because I'm going to cover this with tomato sauce as well. I'm only using 1 can of tomato sauce. For one this small, you really don't need any more than that. And I probably won't use this entire can. In fact, I'm only using about half a can. I could have gotten away with a small can. Of course, it would have cost the same. But I do that, and I kind of spread it out a little bit over the top of it. I try not to leave any bare spots, and if I do, I'll go back and I'll add a little bit more just to make sure that I don't have any real bare spots. And now what I'm going to do is put this in the oven at 350 degrees and allow it to cook for about an hour, give or take a little bit, and we'll see what it looks like and how it tastes when it comes out. Be back with you shortly. Okay, the meatloaf cooked for about an hour. You can see that it's got a real nice crust of tomato sauce on top of it. It isn't burned. It's got a little bit of grease in the bottom, which is typical, but it's not overly greasy. It's well done, and it comes out just tasting great. Now, I do recommend that when you're about to cook it, that you do put a piece of foil on the shelf below it. I cook this on the middle shelf and line the bottom shelf with aluminum foil. That way, if anything did overflow, it wouldn't be leaving a mess in my oven. It didn't overflow any. It fit the pan just perfect. And I'll tell you what, I'm about to go eat some. Y'all have a great day. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.